And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Cameron Woolley Show. With me is Ming Chen.
What's up, everybody?
And I am Cameron Woolley. So, what do we think? How we doing?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
No, I'm
doing all right. All right. Baseball currently in a rain delay. Yankees, Angels. Not a drop down here, but I wanted to see
we're in limbo right now.
We are.
Like it's the delay is probably going to last for the entire recording session, and by the time is uploaded, the game will have ended either in a Yankee win or
looks like
or in the same case as last year. And okay, think about this. Wait. You remember last year with the blow up start from Ohtani?
Yes.
I mean, absolutely shelled.
Right.
In the first inning.
I remember. Yes.
Rain delay, like I think multiple rain delays for hours at a time.
I remember that too. Yes.
And then Aroldis Chapman blew the save and Jared Walsh hit the grand slam.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's just an awful memory that I don't want to bring back. I'm top of the ninth. Logic says call this game right now because there's another game coming up.
Yeah.
Later tonight, get the guys off their feet. For the stadium staff especially, don't put. Although who the hell cares about those guys if they're running things?
Right.
Like the people. Now, I'm not saying who the hell cares about those guys because I actually care about those guys. I have a lot of respect for them.
They work hard.
I worked at a baseball stadium. Granted, my job was very easy, but I work in a restaurant. I sympathize with the grunts.
Hold on. How long were you at that baseball stadium? 2 weeks.
I was there for like a month, and it was a great job.
Parked cars.
I didn't park cars.
You directed cars.
I stood around. I stood around for 2 hours, and I took tickets sometimes.
Hey, you worked in professional baseball, though.
I worked in a. I worked
professional baseball
in a high A baseball stadium. Yes, I did see Oswald. I did see Oswald Peraza play. So
okay.
Yes.
All right, congratulations.
Or actually, more importantly, Bryson Stott. I don't know if you've heard of him, a prospect for the Phillies.
No,
I saw him hit.
Okay. But game got rained out last night. I wanted to see the Ohtani Yankees matchup, and
I mean that happened today.
It did.
And it didn't end well for Ohtani.
No, it did not.
Matt Carpenter. Also, that happened. Since the last time we recorded, Matt Carpenter signed with the Yankees.
Yeah, they hit a home run.
Just a total, and he's been serviceable.
Yeah.
And also his mustache. The first thing I noticed when I looked at his mustache, first thing I said, it's like, dude, this guy looks like Luigi.
He does. He'd be great.
Literally. He's Luigi.
Oh, that's Mario, but
that's
Let's go.
No, hey, it's Luigi. I do a good Super Mario, but I don't do a good Luigi.
That's
and you're gonna run, Luigi. Run.
Power mustache. A home run in the first.
Speaking of mustaches, Nestor Cortez 7 shutout innings today. I would have given him the 8th. He didn't have 100 pitches, and you want to preserve a weakened bullpen.
I mean,
but overall, this rotation has been doing a brilliant job. Nestor Cortez's ERA, wait for this, 1.5. 1.5.
What more can you ask for?
I say this every week. He went from a meme to an actual Cy Young contender.
Yeah. Yeah, good for you. I'm sure it feels great. So I'm looking up. I'm trying to find.
I'm sorry, Martin Perez leads in ERA.
Yes, he does. Of the lowly Texas Rangers with a 1.42 ERA. Then Nestor Cortez at 1.5.
There's that Martin Perez breakout that Red Sox fans would shut up about for years when he was in Boston.
Pablo Lopez, Joe Musgrove. So those are your top 5 right there. So
my God, so many pitchers who I didn't expect to be elite have been elite.
Yeah, you don't need to.
And I like Nestor. I'm not trying to say
it's great.
I was selling my Nestor stock, but I sort of thought it was kind of a meme. I thought he was going to regress just a smidge. But it turns out that he's turned into an elite pitcher that
pitching better than your.
Can give you consistent length.
It's pitching better than your $30 million man.
Okay, shut the hell up.
Guy who took a loss this week, right?
Who cares about wins and losses, dude?
I would. You don't care about wins and losses? I guess you don't care. Much when
I
you
am
only...
going to ring that bell every single time you bring up a stupid stat. In a game where the Yankees scored, what, 1 run, 2 runs?
I believe it was 2 runs, right?
No, in a game where the Yankees scored 1 run, as I remember, I was working during that game. Like, in a game where the Yankees scored 1 run, dude, Cole gave a look at those stats.
Okay.
Those numbers. 6 innings of 1-run ball and 10 strikeouts. Dude, come on. You can't blame that on him.
I guess not, but...
What do you mean you guess not?
Still took the loss, right?
What do you mean?
Oh, no, he didn't take the loss. Litke took the loss. So, okay, he didn't... But, you know...
Jesus.
30 million?
Meng, you've been podcasting with me for
30 million for a 3.12 ERA.
I've drilled through your head.
He's got the double Nestor's ERA. Come on.
First of all, Nestor Cortez's ERA is 1.5, and Garrett Cole
3.12.
Okay, without the horrible start to his season, which, yes, Garrett Cole did have a terrible start to the year. But without that terrible start, Garrett Cole's ERA is underneath 2. And if you watch the games, you'll see that the runs that he does give up are very, very scuffed.
Fair enough. All right, 4-1. I can't.
In his last 7 games, he has an ERA of 2.33.
Okay, I guess I can't.
Get off his ass!
I can't help it.
Get off his ass!
He's literally got more money than some.
Shut up about the contract.
Got more money than the Orioles payroll.
By the Fangraphs wins above replacement.
What is this
dollar value
what is this
metric?
war?
He is playing up to that contract.
What is this
from his
war?
wins above replacement? Okay, look at this.
Look it up.
Okay, look.
I'm
okay,
sure it's
I'm not
awesome.
gonna try. I'm not gonna trust you and navigate a Fangraphs page.
All right, you navigate it then, while I make fun of Garrett Cole and his bloated.
We've
contract.
been through this numerous times.
This is all
week.
This is all.
And I
have
get
to,
that you're trolling, and you're doing a great job at
This is
that.
all I have to rest my. Yeah, this is all I have to do.
Dude, the Orioles don't really suck this year. They're actually
They're actually like pretty decent.
yeah, they're not horrible. They're actually
Or they're not pushovers.
they piss me off.
I love it. That's all I want is to be like Nats. Like,
yeah. You aren't Nats. Hey, that's the first step to becoming a good team. First, you become midges.
Right. I want
First, you're mosquitoes,
like those
and then you become
those bitey sandflies like at the beach. That's what I want.
like or like
Yeah.
it was weird.
Hey, they're beating up on the Red Sox. You gotta be happy about that.
Yeah, yes, I am very much happy
They're
about
beating
that.
up on the Red
okay,
Sox.
so 2021
Okay.
via his Fangraphs WAR to value.
Okay.
His dollar value via his win from his dollar value based on his wins above replacement. He generated $42.1 million in value last year
right.
because he had 5.3 wins above replacement.
Okay. Which is
And this year so far,
dang good.
in only in a third of the innings,
okay.
he's generated $12.1 million in value. So if he
It's
keeps
still
up this
early.
pace, which he will, if he
Still
keeps
early.
up this pace,
Right.
he's going to generate $36 million in value. And again, I am using a very lofty metric, the only metric of this that exists other than Spot Track.
Right.
But Fangraphs is the only one that has a tracker for that for all players. And I trust Fangraphs for all things sabermetrics. Like, that is... Like, for stats, I go to Fangraphs. Like, that's it.
Sure.
If you want to go to advanced baseball stats, look at Fangraphs.
Okay.
Like, obviously, I'm not going to trust you to navigate a Fangraphs page during a game because the people watching...
a lot going on.
The people watching don't see it, but Ming is a pleasure. It is a pleasure trying to watch you navigate.
I'm like, wait, here? No, go down
trying
one.
to
Okay, no, right here.
navigate a Safari page or a Google Chrome or whatever.
Yeah, I don't hang on.
or whatever.
I don't hang on Fangraphs all day. I should though. I should.
Well, that's what I'm
too busy laughing
do.
at guys slapping each other over fantasy football. So anyway,
that story was funny. That's a funny story. The Tommy Pham.
Can we talk about this?
The Tommy Pham beef.
Because I saw this.
I didn't do much research into this because it doesn't
first of
relate to
all-
my team. You have the article pulled up.
I do. First of all, I'm gonna pull up the slap because it was captured somehow.
it was fantasy football.
Yes, but I actually have I pulled up somebody captured on Twitter. So here let's expand this. Let's go back. I'll roll it back to the beginning here.
Oh my god.
So they're out. They're at batting practice. There's Pham and Jock. It's like, hey, what the hell? Bam, right in the face.
Did Jock Pearson hit him, or did Tommy Pham hit him?
Tommy Pham hit Jock Pearson. Jock Pearson.
Oh, what the hell?
The weird blonde hair.
Well, that's what you get for screwing up your fantasy football league. That's what you get. And they were great sports about it.
Until the slap. Yeah, what do you went Chris Rock on him? What's going on? Or you went Will Smith on him? What's going on here? I don't like this. It's a bad precedent. But
it's fantasy football. Dude, come on.
We've both played.
At its very core, at all of these players at their very core are human beings. And more importantly, they're guys. Guys, we take fantasy football very seriously. Sure. I mean, I take it seriously until my team is losing. Like, I finished last in my fantasy football league.
Dead last?
Yes, I finished dead last.
I finished second.
You inherited that team.
I did, but
your friend drafted
in week 2. I inherited.
Week 2, you inherited that team. It was already drafted.
I know. It's still.
What moves did you make? Did you make any trades? Well, you shouldn't have made any trades.
No, I had a great team. I didn't have to make any trades.
Yes, thank you. You did not have to manage that team.
I put like my star players.
You did not have to manage anything.
I put my star players on the bench during bye weeks and pick up other guys to fill in their place.
Yes, that's the basics. You go on the waiver wire to pick up players.
I did
to fill in,
but I did a good
players
job
on your bye week.
Yeah, I put in the right players at the right time. But yeah,
it's a coin flip on the waiver wire.
I had some great players. I had Devontae Adams. I had Deebo Samuel.
You had Devontae Adams, Deebo Samuel. You had Deebo Samuel. Where was he drafted? Where did you draft Deebo Samuel?
I have no idea. I didn't do the draft, so
probably somewhere a lot lower than he's gonna get drafted this year.
Who's that awesome running back on the Colts?
You had Jonathan Taylor, Aaron Rodgers. Dude, don't get me started.
I had a great team.
Do not get me started. That was not you. Gabish, that wasn't you.
Well, all right.
That was not you. I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm just railing into you today. Oh my God.
The point is, we take fantasy football very seriously, and I think the league we're in,
it's an art.
We didn't even have money in it. How much money do you think these guys had to put in?
They're all Major League Baseball players. I'm sure there was at least like
10 grand?
6 figures. No,
six figures?
At least a 6-figure.
You think they each put in $100,000?
Do you know how much money baseball players make?
I do,
especially veterans, because veterans make money up the wazoo. They always make $10 million a year. Even the bad ones make like Andrew Heaney's making $8 million this year. Andrew Heaney.
Wow. Well, then that's a slappable offense. Then. Well, supposedly Jock Peterson was stashing guys on the IR, but if they were legit injured, you're allowed to do that. So, and pick up other guys. Apparently, there are probably other words exchanged, maybe not so in not so friendly terms.
Was not. I guarantee this was not a Will Smith, Chris Rock situation where all Chris Rock did was make a joke.
Oh yeah, this is a long simmering thing. But yes, This
is actual beef that means something.
Yes.
This means something. This is fantasy football.
Yeah. But
serious business. I guarantee a lot of money in it too.
I love that they settled.
Although what's really funny
is
that I am really good at managing the fantasy football teams of like my parents' friends or like my uncles.
Oh yeah, you help them. You're a good coach.
I'm a good head of
other people.
I'm a good head of pro football operations, but I'm not a good general manager.
Okay.
Like, I have been the head of pro football operations for multiple very good fantasy football teams.
But when you heard why they were fighting, like, you had to laugh, though, right? It's so absurd. But it's great, though. We understand, as men...
Fantasy football. Fantasy football.
Who have, every Thursday or whenever you set your lineups, Thursday, Saturday, whenever before the games... The week coming ahead, this is serious business.
The big deal. Yeah. You know, you're sitting there. You're in the lab.
And then,
honestly, my experience with managing my own fantasy football team is that I just go in for the draft. Like, I love the draft.
Draft is fun.
Because it's just all my friends and I had a Discord call.
Yes.
Just ripping on each other the entire time.
Oh, man.
And screwing each other over by taking players who want to draft.
Right. Yeah,
although, honestly, if I didn't take Saquon Barkley in the first round, my team would have been much better.
Why?
I thought he was going to be... He would have been gone at, like, the pick after. Or
that was your... Oh, yeah, then he would have been someone else's problem, but...
He would have been... Dude.
Yeah, but these are the inane arguments we get over. We had no stakes playing in our leagues.
We had no
so with
segment.
these guys, probably throwing out possibly
a
six
lot
figures,
of money, thousands of dollars,
and if
stacks
one
of
person
cash.
perceived the other one to be cheating,
Enough to make the
get an
IRS.
edge.
Yeah, the IRS was tapped in on this fantasy
Like
football.
I
league,
can almost
yes.
understand that now.
They'd have to pay capital gains on
Probably.
winning this fantasy football.
Yeah.
league.
Now, should they have settled it on the field during batting practice? Probably not.
Well, they settled it on field during the game, and they said they were cool.
After?
Yeah, the media handled it great with the
I
media.
guess. 3-game suspension. Was it enough? Is it enough for hitting another player? At least, I guess it wasn't during
It's
the
fantasy
game.
football. Come on.
Okay, so you think maybe like
Please.
everybody just kind of like,
Please.
all right, we have to do something, but here's kind of
Yeah,
the
MLB,
minimum.
MLB was like, shit. Like, how are we gonna do it? We can't just let this go.
Right. And to compound things, I love how poor Mike Trout gets dragged into this.
Like, poor Mike Trout.
Tommy, I was like, man, Mike Trout's the worst fantasy football commissioner in the history of fantasy football commissioners.
Who's Mike Trout to come?
They made it. Well, apparently he took on the reins of commissioner because no one else wanted to do it. So he kind of, not by default, but he was like, well, geez, if no one else wants to do it, I'll do it. But now he's getting dragged
he loves
into
football,
this.
dude. He likes his Eagles.
Yeah.
South Jersey.
The South Jersey guy, but like, don't blame Mike Trout. It ain't Mike Trout's fault.
Dude,
Nobody wants to be commissioner.
Mike Trout's already got enough on his hands.
Does anybody who likes being commissioner? You're already getting crapped on. Everyone's coming to you, like whining about stuff.
Whining
like,
about
it's so
random
stupid.
shit.
I just want to play
Whining about
fantasy
the rules.
football. Poor Mike Trout.
Like being a Discord moderator.
Yeah, but I love it's just regular guys. Yeah, they're they're highly paid
guys.
superstars.
They're guys.
But
they're guys.
They're
okay?
guys. They're young guys playing fantasy
Guys
football.
like fantasy
This is how.
football.
Yeah, this is how.
I guarantee when I go to college, I'm going to be part of a fantasy football league.
Try not to get slapped. It's like.
Hey, that's out of my control, dude.
But yeah, if I got beat up over
that
fantasy
is-
football, I think it'd be kind of cool actually.
It'd be funny.
It'd be funny.
Funny. Well, it's a story. They're over it now.
I guess it's still a good story.
What
though.
they settled the beef,
I mean, with the
and
slap,
I get that for like Cincinnati beat reporters, it's a good thing to write about and focus on, and asking makes the journalist job a hell of a lot easier.
it's so funny though. It's so great. All right, still waiting for the rain delay. I didn't even check the radar, so I don't. So you're saying win for like a 1 hour delay?
Yeah, we're in for a while.
All right. Looking back at the last week, 4 games set against the Rays, split.
Yeah, split. You know what?
Tropicanum, your favorite place in the entire world.
I love Tropicana Field, but yeah, when I look at that stretch like that, I was chill. I was uncharacteristically chill after those 2 losses over the weekend because you know what my opinion on it is this is why you stack the wins against crappy teams when you're healthy in April, May. Stack the wins so you're hedging against stretches like this.
Yes. Yeah, I can't complain too much about a split. Razor sneaky.
Especially, sort of the Yankees got a little beat up. Like, hey, I cannot really complain. I mean, right now that the Yankees have the best record in baseball, I can't complain as much as I love to complain, and as much as I have complained in the past and recent weeks, as much as I've complained about the Yankees. No, I can't. I can't complain. This team is really, really, really good. And of course, I'm saying this before, I get out of the studio and I go home and I see the Yankees blow a 5-run lead
in the ninth inning
after a rain delay. But it's good to hedge against stretches like this.
Well, meanwhile, Aaron Judge is on a home run a game pace right now. He's at 19.
To Aaron Judge, oh my God.
19.
He hit another one today.
He did.
He's at 19, I believe.
He is at 19.
Just a Oh my God,
They gonna pay this guy or what?
they have to.
I mean,
Dude, I mean, every single time Judge goes deep, he looks in Hal Steinbrenner's
not
press
only
box.
is
He gives Hal Steinbrenner a death stare in his press box.
right.
That's essentially what he does every single
Hal's
time.
looking
he goes
at
deep.
through his stock portfolio. He's like, oh man, I gotta sell this one now too. Like, dang it. Gotta sell my watch collection. Gotta sell a couple cars. Gotta up the prices of the cheese fries.
I gotta. I haven't sold enough chicken buckets to cover this.
Right.
Looking at his stock portfolio, he's like, it's like, do I want to sell all this stock in the defense companies during during wartime?
Right.
In Ukraine, like, do I really?
I don't know. How bad do you want to keep Aaron Judge? You got
How badly does Hal Steinbrenner want to keep Aaron Judge? And the fact that this is a question is sad.
right.
It's sad that it's getting to this point. And I mean, I know Judge is demanding a lot, and right now,
Rightfully
he has
so,
a right
man.
to.
He's earned every.
Jesus.
He's earned every penny of
The
that.
amount of money that
40 million a year.
He is gonna get so much money.
Geez, man. I can't. I don't even know if I can count that high. It's crazy. It's crazy. He's on a tear, my friend.
Amazing.
Yeah. Meanwhile, they're beating up on the Angels, which
Who were respectable. Who have been respectable coming into the series. The Yankees finally got runs for Montgomery.
I know, right in the first inning,
4-0 in the first inning. I'm like, okay.
4-0.
What about that?
Rizzo double. Matt Carpenter his second homer. It's a good pickup.
Dude, Matt Carpenter, hey, left-handed hitter who hits the ball hard and pulls it a lot. Yankee Stadium, that's good. Especially for a guy who's going to be a bench bat when Josh Donaldson and Giancarlo Stanton come back,
Right.
then yeah, it's going to be great.
Donaldson still is he still sick?
Donaldson's hurt right now. He's on the IL. Yankee locker room doesn't like.
All right, I thought they just stashed him after the unseemly comments he had a couple weeks ago. That
I'm
they were
so over that, dude. Initially I was like, yeah, screw Donaldson, but now I'm like, dude, he called himself.
He did call himself
Tim
Jackie
Anderson
Robinson.
called himself Jackie Robinson.
He did.
In an interview, and I'm sure, Donaldson, guy with a background like him, he probably meant that in a little bit of a different way.
in a trash talking way, yes.
Yeah, but he's from
But,
he's from
not
Alabama.
Yes, yeah, not a
He's
good
from
not a good look.
he's
Not a good look.
or he's from the Panhandle in Florida. So he kind of grew up, Dukes of Hazzard,
Right.
that kind of background, Yeah, I'm not exonerating Donaldson, but
Not a great look. But
you know what? The Yankees are winning. Yankees are winning games. I can't complain. Cannot complain.
yeah, for sure. At what point will they call this game? Like, it makes no sense.
I don't think they are, dude. It's stupid.
They want to play it out. Okay, well, we come back, we'll get I guess they'll will they throw Wandy Peralta back on the mound, or will they throw someone else on there? I have no idea. I'm hoping they come back quick. I like it when we watch games during the podcast. It's fun. It's just fun. Meanwhile, I got to bring up a game from last week in which the Baltimore Orioles were down 8-2 and scored 10 unanswered runs in the last three innings.
Very nice. I like this.
And
I like this. You know what? I like this sort of relationship between the Yankees and Orioles. Sort of an alliance.
Right. We'll just beat up on all the teams around each other.
Yes. Yes.
On each other.
You know what? But we beat you. Okay. We beat you. If
Right.
as long as we beat you and
Once
you
we beat
become
you,
okay.
beat up on everybody else.
Okay. As long as
Okay,
the
fair
Yankees
enough.
beat the Orioles every single time they play them, and the Orioles beat up on everyone else in the division, then I can make that deal work.
Yeah.
I can make that deal work. You just do our bidding. Okay.
Yeah.
You do our bidding, or we take Cedric Mullins from you,
Right.
or else we pay Cedric Mullins.
Or maybe you want Rougned Odor back. He's been hitting great, man. Hit a 3-run home run to Utah Street last night over at Camden
man.
Yards.
Boy,
Came up with a home run chain. He's been good for the clubhouse. The beard is back.
Oh God.
I don't know if there. I'm sure if there were a way he would punch Jose Bautista again and be like, he's a hero right now.
The
He's a
Roof Now
hero.
Doors.
Give it Left for Dead, and he came. I thought it was a weird signing at first. I was like, all right, guy can barely hit 200, but he's he's doing great. I got to give it up for him. He's been a
batting
spark.
average. Every time you bring up batting average or wins or any other stupid stat, I'm gonna
The
ring that
bell.
bell.
Okay.
I'm gonna ring that bell. That's
Right.
the stupid stat bell.
Yeah. You got
There is a psychological effect that will proc in your brain.
Oh, like the I'll start drooling like a dog, like the whatever whatever, not the Doppler effect, whatever they call that, Pavlov. Yeah. Now you get to beat up on the Tigers after this.
Oh my God! Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Why are they playing a game on Sunday morning? Oh my! Oh, it's that stupid Peacock thing. 11:35 a.m.
Yeah. Can you get up that early?
Yes, I can get up that early in the morning, but what the hell? At ass o'clock?
Why is that 11:30?
For baseball players, fans like down here are gonna have to get up at ass o'clock in the
Right.
morning to, like, going to a game at like 4 is a hassle.
Right.
Like you gotta leave the house by like
11:30. Right. Yeah. If we were to go, we'd have to leave at like 7:30 to get down the stadium.
7:30.
Like,
That's generous. We have to leave at like 6 or
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
Sunrise. We'd have to be out. We'd have to be out of here.
Yeah. So what? Peacock. What are they showing this after the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reboot? Is that?
I don't know. Dude.
That's their lead-in.
I don't know.
11:35.
I keep forgetting that Fresh Prince reboot.
11:30. What is this?
exists.
Patriots Day at Fenway Park? Like where they start like at 10:30 after the Boston Marathon? Like what's going on here? This is crazy. It's too early, man. I don't. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's such a dumb. Hey, the Apple TV, the game on Friday nights. At least it's at nighttime.
Right.
And if the commentators were bearable, it would be great because I love the Apple MLB graphic.
Right. Oh yeah. Which I'm gonna pull that up, but do you have Apple TV?
No, I stream games that the Yankees play on Apple TV in very, very legal methods.
Right,
Yes,
of course. Apple TV Plus, Friday Night Baseball.
Legal method. I don't care about Apple TV Plus. What am I gonna do? Get it on my PS5? What? Like
You could. you definitely could. I'm looking at the upcoming Yankee Stadium promotions. Next Friday, Andy Pettit bobblehead night. Andy Pettit bobblehead night. Nestor Cortez T-shirt night on June 24th.
Oh man!
And if you get to the stadium at 11:35 on Sunday, Yankees collectible cup day. So
Wow, all that for a cup.
yeah, did I tell you about that time? I think the first year that new Yankee Stadium was over, me and my friend went, and we were in the bleachers, and our seats were against a concrete wall, and all of a sudden we're watching the game. All of a sudden, like, why is my back all wet? The wall was leaking for whatever
Oh my God!
reason.
What?
There's all this water coming out.
New stadium and it's already leaking.
Right,
Yes,
billion
very nice.
dollar stadium. So we're making fun of the stadium. We get home, my friend's like, you should say something. So I emailed whatever the PR or whatever, and the lady, and I was like, hey,
No.
$billion
Oh,
stadium. How dare you? This has never happened to me at Camden Yards, whatever. And like, oh, sorry, what's your address? And they sent me a big box of Yankees promo items. So I got an umbrella, I got the magnet schedule, I got like a hat. I got all this stuff, which I promptly gave away because
You're an Orioles
I didn't want it.
Okay, what you should have done.
It was a nice gesture.
Okay,
though.
what you
I would have given it to you had I known you, but this was years ago. So, yeah. So what I'm saying is, if you have a bad experience, you should say something. You might get a bunch of leftover Yankee promo items.
Okay, I'm just gonna ask you a quick question.
Ask away.
How many journalists did you know at the time?
Not many. Why? Oh, you thought I should have gone to the press with this?
No, what you should have done is threatened to go to the press with it. You should have threatened to go to the press with
Okay.
it. Because I guarantee a bad press story is a hell of a lot more of a disaster
good point.
than some random guy. Like, were you on TV at the time?
No. I don't know. When did New Yankee Stadium
2009.
open? Not yet. Nope.
Wait, you were not on Comic Book Men yet.
I was not.
So you were the insignificant in the eyes of the public.
Pretty much, yeah.
You just an angry email
I was a concerned
It-
baseball fan who
An angry email. They
Did not-
get emails from concerned baseball fans all the
Sure.
time. But what you should, I feel like something that would have been way more threatening is a bad press story that would have sent the
Sure.
that would have
Well-
sent the wasps. That was sent
I don't know
That
if
was
this
sent the colony of hornets known as the New York media.
I don't know if this warranted a full news story. I was just disappointed in my experience
you
at a
could
billion-dollar
have gotten-
stadium.
What I'm trying to say is you should have blackmailed them.
Right into like clubs, like suite tickets. With,
No, I'm talking
champagne.
money. You're an Orioles fan.
Yeah.
What the hell do you care about Yankee club seats?
free cheese fries. Like
Free cheese
those.
fries.
I would've
No,
given
I'm talking
concern about.
monetary.
Right.
Talking straight up. Or a public admission from Derek Jeter that Cal Ripken was better than him. Just like something stupid like that. Like a public admission that says Cal Ripken was a better shortstop than me. Like just have him like just something stupid. Or have
public admission.
or have A-Rod say something.
That would never happen. He ain't
A-Rod,
saying
dude.
nothing. A-Rod's not saying anything on my behalf. Because
No,
the stadium
not on
leaked
your,
on me.
not on your behalf.
On the stadium's behalf.
No, on the organization's
On
behalf.
organization, okay.
Randy Levine could give anybody a cold, threatening stare, and they'd do
Okay,
something.
yeah, you're right. Maybe I should have pushed it.
This
a little
guy
bit.
twisted the arm of the mayor of the city to remove the vaccine mandates for athletes.
Yes. All right, maybe I should have
The mayor,
fought
the most
harder.
powerful mayor in the country,
I think I was.
got his arm twisted by Randy Levine.
I think I was more
So
distraught.
you're telling
that
me you
the,
couldn't twist Alex Rodriguez?
I think it's more concerned that the Orioles got crushed that night than anything else.
Yeah, you were more concerned that the Orioles got crushed.
Yeah, well, I got-
You could have made so much. You could have.
I got Yankee Stadium water on my orange batting practice jersey that I wore in the bleachers.
That's
so.
gross.
The one
That's
I
New
wore
York.
a couple weeks ago when
That's Bronx
when the
water
Orioles won
too.
the-
That's weird. That's not water. That can't be clean.
right. Could have been sewage for all I know.
But sewage probably. It was more likely sewage. It's like weird. Just a wall.
just laughing. It's like $1 billion. This is $1 billion stadium. It's leaking.
I mean,
water
well,
on
you're
me.
laughing like while the Alex
was-
Rodriguez, like A-Rod hits a home run that hits you in the head.
Yeah, I think
Like, oh, look at the stadium. Bonk.
he probably did hit a home run.
An A-bomb from A-Rod.
May have hit a home run that night.
And the ball seemed to have knocked that short man near the back of the bleachers, who appeared to be laughing at something. I don't know why he'd be laughing.
What do you? Yes, I don't.
I don't know why
I
he'd
don't
be
know.
laughing. His Orioles are down.
Well, I
by-
don't know, John. I think
Oh my God, Roger Clemens! Roger Clemens!
He's in the stadium. He's coming back. Oh my God!
Roger Clemens!
You know you love it. Susan
It's
Waldman.
hilarious.
Susan Waldman.
Susan
everybody.
Waldman.
Susan Waldman. Everybody. Yeah.
Hey, Susan Waldman is the reason I can rip on Leah Hextall as much as I do.
Yes.
Like, you know, the hockey commentator on ESPN who's horrible?
Yes. Yes.
No, like, and everyone's like, I mean, well, like, there are people who are using it as an excuse for saying that women shouldn't be commentating in sports. Meanwhile, that's just objectively wrong. Like,
There are plenty of horrible male commentators.
plenty of horrible male commentators, and
Yeah.
there's great female commentators like
are.
Susan Waldman.
I'll give it up for
Dude, Susan Waldman is like my
I'll make fun of her. How long?
okay. Susan Waldman is my third favorite color commentator ever. Behind,
Where are your other two?
Actually, yeah, behind Chico Resch and Ken Danica.
Okay. Cool. All
Like
right.
both of them devils. So
Sure. Of course.
cool. Well, I mean, honestly, my like love for Ken Danica mostly stems from the fact that he came on this podcast. So,
Wow.
when the fact like I had dinner with the guy, he was a really cool dude.
Yeah, man. We podcasted with them. There's
yeah.
that's been documented, man.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Yeah. It's awesome.
You can watch that.
Yeah. That was true. And that began the year. So that was the beginning of the year, right?
That was the beginning of the season when the Devils were good. And we were sitting there, it's like, oh.
What do you think? Oh, man, they might have a chance. Yeah.
Like, oh, Dawson Mercer, Dougie Hamilton.
Jack Hughes.
Jacob, well, Hughes was hurt
Yeah.
at the time. That was when he beat up his shoulder.
Yeah.
Then he came back. Speaking of hockey, oh, dear
Oh,
God.
man.
The inevitable is happening. The Rangers absolutely smoked the Tampa Bay Lightning in game
At
one
home.
at the Garden. And granted, I know these are the
Lightning,
Tampa
yeah,
Bay
but
Lightning.
still, before that, they beat the Hurricanes at home. I mean, on the road.
Oh, my God.
Carolina had not lost a home
Okay,
game.
I am going to publicly
What's
announce
going on here?
right now that the Pittsburgh Penguins and Carolina Hurricanes are now on my shit list
They
for the
should be.
for the fact that
can't put this
they
game away.
were up multiple games and had multiple chances to close out the series.
couldn't do it.
The Penguins having a 3-1 lead and couldn't close out the Rangers. Carolina Hurricanes up 2-0.
Yeah, couldn't do it.
Then they were up 3-2.
Couldn't do it.
Game 6.
And couldn't do
Couldn't close it out.
do it at home where they won every playoff game.
And I guarantee Antti Ranta is going to have like a 40-save shutout against the Devils next year.
Of course he is.
I guarantee
it's
Antti Ranta is going to have an insane game against the Devils.
definitely happening. No.
And it's going to be like he's coming off of injury, and then all the MSG guys are going to be able to talk about are, Antti Ranta really spit the bit against the Rangers last year in the playoffs. And then next thing you know, he's going to have like some miraculous robbery on Jack Hughes, who had like a wide open net. And like Jack Hughes like breaks his ankle and misses, and Ranta makes the impossible save.
What's going? They can't win the cup.
It's inevitable. It's happening.
We can't. We'll never hear the end of it.
It's going to be awful.
Ranger fans are already annoying enough.
You think how you feel about it. Think about how I feel about this. My Nexus event was when my dad suggested it when I was 8 years old in 2012.
You could have chosen.
And my dad said, get your Rangers out. He tried. He tried.
Yes.
He tried. And he's a Devils fan mostly because like I'm a Devils fan, but
makes life easier.
I'm sitting there, I'm just like I'm looking at the Rangers. I'm like, I could be talking so much shit to you right now.
Yes.
I would make your life a living hell every game. Every game. But now we're both in misery.
I'm glad that didn't happen.
We're both miserable, okay? We're in this together.
Yes. Well, I'm
And of course the Lightning won the shot battle.
Yes.
Igor Shesterkin. All I could say coming into this game is like, the Rangers, they haven't played a real goalie. Andrei Vasilevsky, that's going to even the playing field that they have with Shesterkin. And then lo and behold, bam, they drop six.
They dropped 6
on Shesterkin or on Vasilevsky. 6.
Yes. 1 for 6 on the power play, and 22 for 27. Right, even strength. Like
Oh my God.
I mean,
Vasilevsky, what the hell, dude? And I'm supposed to expect either the Colorado Avalanche or the Edmonton McDrysidles to beat this team. They've had a 4-leaf clover perpetually jammed up their ass.
I agree.
This entire playoff run. They're a team of destiny.
When does that go?
It doesn't. It doesn't. It's inevitable. The Rangers are going to win the Stanley Cup. I wrote an article on this before Game 7, before overtime. In the third period intermission, I wrote, hey, as I write this, the Rangers are going into Game 7, or going into overtime of Game 7 of their first-round series against the Penguins.
Yes.
By the time you're done, by the time you read this, they will have won. And then I said, hey, it doesn't make sense because the numbers actively go against it. You know what? And this is going to make so many GMs saw it for grit. I cannot wait for the inevitable Devils trading multiple draft picks for some Milan Lucic or something. Trading for the horrific contract of Milan Lucic. Right. Because I saw the Rangers sell out for grit over the offseason, giving Barclay Goodrow a 6-year contract and trading a 3rd-round pick for Ryan Reeves.
Right.
It's making so many trades selling out for grit and sandpaper. And I know the Devils are going to do it, but they're going to forget that the Rangers had Herculean goaltending the entire year, and that's the reason why they're here.
I mean, no doubt about that. Oh, it's just painful, though, man.
I'm regretting. I regret being a Devils fan. I've openly said it. And I like the Devils as a team. They're a really likable team.
I love them. I stick with them through thick and thin. But yeah, this is maddening though.
But when I think of this and I see the Rangers scoring goals, I think there's gonna come a time where that's gonna be Jack Hughes. I'm thinking, dude, when Jack Hughes first comes into the playoffs, he's gonna light it up.
Oh yeah.
That is when he's gonna become one of the more marketable players in the league.
I mean, he's well on his way for sure.
Dude, the guy's the chosen one.
Yes.
Well, at least for Devils fans, that he's like Luke Skywalker.
Yes.
What's like? Speaking of which, you been watching that Obi-Wan?
Obi-Wan, yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
It's good.
I
like
watched
it.
episode 3.
Yeah.
Episode 3 dropped.
Yeah, I'm
yesterday.
halfway through episode 3. I was trying to finish up.
What part did you?
I'm like halfway. They're where are they? They're on they're on that other weird planet with all the grass and stuff. So
They're on that mining planet.
the mining planet. That's where I'm at. Yeah, that's where I'm at. But I like that they've gone back to kind of old school Star Wars. I like the that kind of atmosphere. And
But
definitely,
there are story beats from the prequels.
yes, yeah, but it's old school. It feels like watching New Hope almost a little bit. And,
Well, I mean, that's what it leads.
No
up to.
spoilers, but I love in the beginning they summarize the prequels in about 4 minutes. Like that's all you need. It's just the highlights from the first 3 movies. They'll go, okay, let's move on. So no Jar Jar, no Senate talks, no all that crap that made the
No.
no Newt Gunray, no whatever. Yeah, none of that stuff. No underwater stuff. Yeah, no Gungans.
No crappy
No
love story on
no crappy love story.
Naboo. Just
no killer space worms. No
no assassination attempts.
no assassination attempts.
Because Attack of the Clones is basically a buddy cop film.
Yes.
Like Attack of the Clones is basically just no. It's not even a buddy cop film. It's just Obi-Wan being a detective.
Right.
Which I mean, after the sequels, I've actually grown to like the prequels because they're also it's like I sort of grew
Sure.
up with.
Yeah, but still, all you needed was that 4-minute summary that they give you.
But because that's all the great parts of the prequel. No, that's like like the best part of the prequels, which is the story of Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah, for sure. So
and how he became Darth Vader.
right.
Also, like, by the way, spoilers, but at the end of episode 1, when like Obi-Wan finds out
Yeah,
that he's
Anakin's
alive,
still around.
that Anakin's
Traumatized him.
like that scene when he's just like, oh my god, Anakin,
Yeah.
Anakin's gone,
He's still alive.
and then like cuts to the Hayden Christensen all like shriveled up,
Yeah.
just opening his eyes and he's pissed.
That's an understatement.
like Darth Vader's pissed.
Fully immersed.
Like, have you gotten
in
the
dark side.
like, how much Vader have you seen?
I've seen some Vader. Yeah, when he's
What was the last Vader part?
he's landing on the village. He was cracking necks and stuff. Yeah.
Like, I love the way they've done Darth Vader.
Yeah, he's badass. You get to, and since it's since it's got TV, they can make him even more badass. There's nothing to hold him back now.
Because this is like Darth Vader, like in his prime.
Yeah,
Like he's in his 30s.
yeah, I love it. I love it. I'm
This is like the brutal type of Darth Vader.
which
Like this is Darth Vader the way you really think of
which
him.
is how he should be. It's Darth Vader. He's the baddest bad guy in existence. Yes.
The fact that Luke Skywalker managed to pull off turning him back.
That's yeah.
Like I don't know. After seeing the episode 3 of Obi-Wan, I'm just like, wow. How the
Yeah,
hell
how do you do that? But-
How the hell do you try? How the hell do you think that is redeemable?
Right. Yeah, a bunch of years went by, so
Although the one thing that is kind of annoying is the whole like young Leia thing, which it's
Are you-
like it seems like they're making that like the main part of the story. Like,
Sure.
Like young Leia's gonna be around. Like I want to see more Luke.
yes. I think we'll get some Luke. I think
Like there better be some Luke.
I think we're gonna get.
I like the few scenes that Uncle Owen was in. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I like seeing these old school guys we saw years ago, back in younger form. But I was like, oh man,
The Ewan
Owen,
McGregor,
Emperor.
like I kind of now with all the remasters that they've done to the original trilogy, never. I thought I saw something that said the Yankee game was called, but never mind. The one remaster that I would actually like to see is a version of A New Hope where instead of Al Guinness as Obi-Wan Kenobi, I'd like to
Yes.
see one with Ewan McGregor.
Oh, like old Ewan McGregor,
Like
older-
an old Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi in A New Hope.
yeah. Alec Guinness was good.
Yeah.
He didn't
yeah,
really
yeah.
want to. He didn't really want to be there, but yeah, he's always been very outspoken. Like, I was in some stupid space movie. It's like,
Meanwhile, Ewan McGregor's actually like involved with.
yeah, I think he likes being.
Well, I'm sure like Alec Guinness, like after the success,
Yeah, I don't know. He never
Like
never,
after the success, he was in a he was in the other two movies.
Yeah, yeah. I still he was always he's a classically trained British actor. What do you want? He's like I'm running around in the desert swinging a stick around, a glowing stick around, like
Yeah,
like
just
this,
a
like
British.
this.
I get a British actor.
They're very serious.
Really, yeah.
They invented
especially
acting.
the old British. Like the Ian McKellens. I don't know how the hell Ian McKellen was Gandalf and Magneto.
Oh, it's acting, man. It's great acting.
And apparently the guy who was the original guy who was Dumbledore before he
died? Yeah.
Apparently they wanted Ian McKellen to take over as Dumbledore.
Yeah.
Because of course Gandalf but who else would you want to have play a wizard in a movie than Ian McKellen? But Ian McKellen said no, I can't do it. That guy hated my acting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because two British actors.
Yeah, they're they like they take it very seriously. We'll just put it that way. Very, very seriously. So still waiting for this game to come back.
Yeah, we're going to be done recording by the time this.
I just want to see a half an inning. Can't you give us half an inning, please? Please give us half an inning. Oh man. Oh, we still gotta find a game to get to. I gotta find out. Wait, congratulations, you graduate in 6 days.
Right? Yeah, 6 days.
Amazing.
Oh yeah, I would like to say a little something. Yesterday
Please.
I presented my my capstone, my senior capstone project.
Yeah, which was stats.
Baseball stats. Yeah, I pulled it off. Did a good job.
Well, I mean,
you know that podcast studio that I showed you
around. Yes, which I saw last week. The podcast studio you built at the Voyager School, very impressive.
You know what they did?
What they do?
It actually is now called the Cameron Woolley Podcasting Studio.
Oh, they did. They dedicated the studio in your name forever.
Yep.
Wow, that's huge. That's huge news.
Made me a plaque.
There's a plaque?
They made me a plaque.
Yeah. There's a podcast, Cameron Woolley Podcasting Studio.
I get the image is a
class of 2022. That's awesome. There's it's a legit I don't even have.
I think it said this podcasting studio was made possible by and dedicated to Cameron Woolley Community School class of 2022.
I've been doing this for a year. I don't have a studio named after me. I built my own studio, but I didn't name it. No one, you can't name one after yourself. So that's awesome. That's amazing. I would love if you send me that photo. Totally gonna brag about it. So that's all. That's great, man.
Here's one where the text is actually clear.
All right. This podcasting studio was made possible by and is dedicated to Cameron Woolley Voyagers Community School class of 2022. That's awesome. Well done, my friend. Well done.
Yeah, it was.
That's pretty cool.
It was my classmates' idea. They kept it. For me for weeks.
And I've seen those kids, man. They're I don't know if they're good at keeping secrets or not. They like to talk. I've met your.
My friends are total guttermouths. I don't know how they.
Yeah, I don't know how they. Yeah.
Secret. So wait, some of the guys in my class that I know, I'm shocked that they didn't slip it out.
What day did they do that?
Yesterday.
That's great.
Yesterday was my capstone. Yeah.
Right. You did the presentation, and I mean, shoot, yeah, you had quotes from the Bill James to bolster.
Yeah, I talked about my interview with Bill James in bulk. I talked about Bill James.
I mean, you could have talked to anybody who played fantasy baseball or studied sabermetrics, but you went to the guy.
Yeah, I went to Bill James, and I wish I got some other people. More people on top.
I mean, it would have been nice to have, Billy Bean would have been cool. Did you, we should reach out to him one day. I don't know what he's doing. Was he managing a soccer team or something now, or
I think he's doing something the Premier League or something like that.
I mean, we probably get Paul DePodesta on maybe. Can we get him on?
Yeah, the guy who's Jonah Hill's character.
Yeah, or can we just get Jonah Hill?
Get Jonah Hill.
Yeah, Jonah Hill or Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt. Yeah,
hey man,
Brad Pitt, come on the podcast. Hey, Brad Pitt, you want to come on this random?
Who would that be
podcast?
though?
Yeah, if we had Brad
talk about
Pitt.
Money, your time on Moneyball. I didn't even. Do you like baseball? What? How much fun did you have shooting that?
No, we'd end up talking about his other movies like Inglorious Bastards and
True.
like Once
True
Upon a Time in
Romance,
Hollywood,
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Megamind.
Right, Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Like I haven't seen like Fight Club.
Ocean's 11, 12, and 13. Fight Club. Oh,
Fight
dude.
Club.
Yeah, I think we talk a whole hour about his time on Moneyball for sure.
Yeah.
No doubt,
Like,
man.
does he like the stats, or did he just say the lines?
Right. I'd say he's probably a sports fan. I don't know how serious. Like he's not like courtside Jack Nicholson at the Lakers game or Spike Lee
at the Knicks games.
Knicks games.
I hate that the Knicks haven't gone like a deep playoff run because some of the best, like one of my favorite NBA player moment, and I consider myself something of a Knicks fan.
Okay.
Like I'm not a diehard Knicks fan because
Okay.
I avoided that rabbit hole last year and earlier this year when the Knicks started losing games in November. I'm like, oh hell nah. I am not getting sucked into another loser. And that's what I did. I dipped out. Like, I liked the bandwagon last year, Julius Randle dropping a double-double average, 20, 24 a game. Just some very, very fun times. Now, I still love RJ Barrett, but I really want the Knicks to go on a deep playoff run. No, wait. What I was going to say before, one of my favorite NBA clips of all time was when Spike Lee, it was Knicks Pacers in the 90s, sometime in the 90s.
Right.
That was when the Knicks and Pacers were playing each other every year in the playoffs.
Spike Lee always courtside.
Like Spike Lee and Reggie Miller got into it. Like
yes,
they got into it, and like Reggie Miller one game at the Garden was just draining threes.
Yes,
and every single time he hit a three, Spike Lee or Reggie Miller went over to Spike Lee and made the choking gesture, like.
I like that. I guess
I love hearing about like old 80s and 90s basketball.
Oh yeah, for sure. I like Spike Lee getting into it, man. Look at that draining that three. Ba-bam.
Bang.
Ba-bam. Ba-bam.
Oh, John Starks.
Good old school basketball, man. I love it.
Well, that's not old school. That's new school basketball.
What year was it? 94?
94. Well, the Knicks won that series.
Yeah, it was
that was the 94 conference finals, I believe.
Jeez, what's 28 years ago? Is my math correct on that?
Yep, 28 years ago. Good math.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Reggie Miller, scored 25 in the fourth quarter. By the way,
look at that, the rebound. Look at that.
Just
switching around.
The
bam.
Fake turnaround jump shot. Bam.
Just right there. He's just staring down Spike Lee.
Yeah, motivated by a trash talking Spike Lee. Yeah. I mean, hopefully
he
one
dropped 25 in the fourth quarter.
25
points in that fourth quarter. Corner three wide open.
Right from the side. Like Spike Lee, like I trash talking.
What the hell, man?
What the hell? It's so great. So great. Joke. Making the choking gesture. It's and he wasn't done yet. Yeah, they they're a 14-2 run. So great.
Yeah. Also, speaking of the NBA, have you been paying attention to the playoffs? Oh my god. It's Celtics. It's Celtics Warriors in the finals.
I have, which I liked. I didn't.
Well, you know what?
I can't stand the Heat.
Like, you know what? I'm just gonna say something right now.
Please.
I never had a problem with the Golden State Warriors. Like, even when they were in the finals every year, I never had a problem with them.
Good players. Nothing controversial.
KD.
Okay.
Kevin Durant.
Sure.
But like, other than that, like, I like the way they play the game. I respect them. I have no problem with Steph Curry. Their team isn't artificial. It's organic.
Yeah.
Sure, when KD was on the team, it was the team.
Yeah, I like Steph Curry. I think Steph
the team was artificial, but dude, like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, I don't have a problem with any of those guys. Like, in my opinion, Steph Curry is the most entertaining basketball player I've ever watched because the precision, the way he plays the game is beautiful. I like it's an art, the way that. And Steve Kerr deserves a lot of credit for
big time
what he's done for that Warriors team, and it is just amazing watching them, and I'm sure everyone's pissed off about it now, but I'm gonna look back on that Warriors team, and I'm gonna tell my kids, I'm like, that's the best basketball team I've ever
Yeah.
seen. Like, I'm gonna say, it's such a shame you weren't around for that, because they were just
You
amazing.
can watch the highlights on YouTube. Like now, if you're watching right now, but just look up Reggie Miller, Spike Lee.
Yeah, Reggie
It's
Miller,
a really
Spike
good
Lee.
clip. He's definitely motivated by Spike Lee trash talking him.
Yeah,
Like he's yeah, it's great. It's 25 points in the fourth quarter. He's draining threes too. It's great. It's just and then they went they went way up too. And he his
but the Knicks won that series.
yeah,
Although they would end up losing the series to the Rockets.
but still
They'd end up losing the finals to the Rockets.
he
Which I like that series is why I have a grudge against John Starks, because he would not stop. He could not hit a shot if his life
Right.
depended on it in that game 7. But John Starks, for some reason, just kept shooting.
yeah,
He just kept chucking bricks, brick
brick after brick
brick.
after brick after brick. Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe put the ball in the hands of a guy like Patrick Ewing or Charles Oakley.
sure,
Maybe just a hunch.
maybe. I love it. I love shutting people up. So haven't had to do it in a while, but it's been a long time. But then next best thing is watching somebody else shut somebody up, especially Spike Lee, who's
Yeah.
a very outspoken courtside fan who loves to heckle the opposing team. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. And it's
Well,
still,
I've never seen any Spike Lee movies either.
oh, they're good.
Yeah, I've never seen any of his stuff. Like, I think of Jordan Peele today. I think of that's what Spike Lee kind of was back.
Oh yeah,
Other than the funny Key and Peele, like other than the history of being in like a comedy show like Key and Peele. Like, Spike Lee was not on a comedy show. He was always like a serious writer.
right.
But Jordan Peele, Jordan Peele first, it was Key and Peele, then it was Get Out. And that was...
Yeah. I didn't know the Padres picked up Robinson Cano, who's not doing.
wow, really?
Well-
Robinson Cano, the Dodgers, or the Padres, not Dodgers.
He's
Oh,
not.
God.
He's not doing great,
Salt
so
would
it's
kill
not
me for that.
not looking good for him. He's hitting like point. He's hitting 091.
Robinson Cano, you know what? Buy the dip on him.
091. Yeah. Yeah, his OPS in the last whatever since he came over is like 200. So like it's not great. Yeah, it might. I think that might be it. His his Fangraphs WAR is negative 0.9, so also not great. Yeah, I mean that juice, man. His career stats are great though, man. So say what you want about him.
351, 489. Nope. Good
335 home runs. I mean, jeez.
He was a great Yankee. First Yankee game I ever went to, he hit a grand slam against.
Oh, he did. All
Yeah.
right, we gave you a good show at least.
Yeah.
Juice or not. Were you not are you not entertained?
No, I was very
Are you
much
not
entertained by that
entertained?
Yankee game. No, I'm
sure you were.
I had good seats.
I'm sure you were.
I had good seats. My dad and I were just chilling.
Yeah.
We were just chilling, watching that game. I was eating cheese fries. The best is when you go to like one of your team's games and it's just a blowout where your team's winning, and you're just like sitting there.
The Mets owe him $40 million still.
Oh my! Although Steve Cohen,
He doesn't care.
that's pennies.
He doesn't care. Can you imagine well, we got to eat it, but it's
Yeah,
releasing him is gonna
yeah.
it's gonna make our team better. So, I like that though. I like that. It's a lot of money to eat though.
Yeah,
40
my
mil.
God, so much.
I wish I could get paid 40 mil to suck. Like ultimately, that's what it boils down to. So, oh man, yeah. Anyways, yeah, we got. I don't know, man. Oh, so after you graduate, I mean, what? I mean, ultimately, you go off to college, which you've signed your letter of intent already. But yeah, I don't know what your days are looking at otherwise, but We should find. I will go to Yankee. I haven't been to Yankee Stadium in years, so I would love to go to a game with you. We'll figure it out. Like maybe not an 11:35 day game, but I think we could drag ourselves out there for a 105 at some point
Yeah.
on a weekday. What's coming up? August 3rd against the Mariners, 105. That could be fun. Could be fun. And then what? They don't shoot. I'm trying to see if the O's are coming back to town end of September. last weekend of the year,
It's gonna be
the
cold,
second
though.
time. October shouldn't be too bad.
October 1st.
Look at that. They got to finish up second to last day. They got to play a doubleheader against the Rangers.
Yeah, if the Yankees are,
But they're gonna be way.
Are they gonna be if they're
way
like
in it.
in at that
they're gonna
time?
be
Then
like-
the Yankees will be playing their Double-A team.
They're gonna be like 110 and like whatever and 60.
That's
or
107
or 159 or whatever. There'll be 110 and 159 at that point. I think
110 and 59 is
Yeah.
still well over 162 games.
Yeah,
You were mathing so well, man.
it is.
You were doing so
I
well.
am
You were mathing so well earlier.
Always.
What happened?
always.
Like 110 and 49.
Yeah,
110 and 49 is
110 49. All right, my bad. Sorry, I added an extra 10 just for just to overcompensate. 105 Saturday day game. At the end of the season. I don't know where you're going to be in October though. You're going to be in school, so we'll figure it out.
the. Yeah, if we go to a game.
We'll figure it out. I'm just glad that there's still baseball. Jeez, Aaron Judge. How many home runs is he going to wind up with? I love that.
Hey, it's gonna be. It should end up with at least 40. I mean.
Oh, I think that 40. He'll have 40 in the middle of August.
Hopefully.
The way he's going, man, he hit that into the
my
bleachers,
God.
man. That went way over the bullpen. He crushed that ball.
I just. After weeks of memes, the film Morbius will return to over 1,000 theaters tomorrow.
Wait, what? Why?
Because of the memes. You haven't seen the Morbius memes?
No, I have not.
It's Morbin time.
Is more
Morbin time.
Morbin time.
It's Morbin time.
Bam.
That homer by Judge. Oh, that was hit a long way too.
Almost to the bleachers. Meanwhile, Trey Mancini hit a home run. His first home run at home, I believe, yesterday. That moving back to the
Oh my
wall
God.
has not been good for him.
Wait a second.
Yes.
Ryan Fitzpatrick's retiring.
Oh, really?
Ryan Fitzpatrick. Yep. That's it, man. Wow. Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Wow, that's it. Announced 3 hours ago.
Oh my God, dude! This is tragic.
The Fitz magic is gone, my friends. Wow. The beard. He's 39 though. What do you?
Oh, wait a second. The game is going to be resuming between 5:30 and 5:35. So if you want to stick around, why?
All right, we got 10 minutes.
Why are they? Why are they finishing this game? Like why are
I don't know. It's been a rain delay for the last hour and a
Why are
they?
why are they continuing this game?
It
Like,
makes
dude,
no sense. They easily,
and I know for a fact that that's going to be a heart attack at least.
really they're up 6-1, but okay. All they need is where are we in this game here? We're in the top of the ninth yet. Here we'll go to all plays.
We're in the top of the ninth.
Not top of the ninth. All right,
No,
not the
no,
top
no,
yet.
just a clean.
So they need
clean
three. They
inning.
need 3 outs.
Like they need 3 outs, and they need to give up less than 5 in order to win this game. Should be simple, but you know, I don't know who's pitching for the Yankees.
Who? I mean, Wandy Peralta was in, so he did pitch. He did get 1 out in the 8th inning. I mean, I imagine they were going to run him. They were going to
no,
run him out again.
No,
but,
they were going to run him out, but
so who's left here in the bullpen?
lot of guys in the bullpen.
Yes. Who's going to lock down the non-save situation ninth inning?
Honestly, Clay Holmes is gonna find his way into this game at some
Oh,
point.
hey, they have a whole nother game to play tonight.
It is not gonna be a 1-2-3 inning. There is no way they are gonna get through this inning without giving up runs.
Okay.
There are gonna be multiple runs. Whoever comes in this game is not gonna be able to throw strikes.
Okay.
Oh, dude, it's fat. Oh, dude, this is long. Oh, dude, I don't want to.
They should have let him just relax. Game.
They should have ended the game, dude. What the hell? I guarantee the only reason they're resuming this game is because of the game last year, where the.
Oh yeah, that they said okay. They're comebacks.
There is
comebacks.
apparently a pond in center field, and they're gonna try finishing.
I saw that. Wow. What's with the drainage system of this $1 billion stadium?
In
$1 billion
field.
stadium.
There's a pond.
Well, can they put some of that quick, whatever they call it, the quick dry on there? That just put some dirt, put some dirt on there.
Dude, what the hell?
Throw some sponges on or something.
Dude, how hell are they supposed to?
Does anybody have like a shop vac?
How are they supposed to play this game? How are they supposed to play with that? Literally, just call it. Just call it. There's no reason.
Fix up the field. Start game 2 at 7:35 or 7:05 or no 7:05. So they're literally rolling from this game into the next one.
Yeah, dude, it's
crazy.
This makes no sense.
Absolutely.
And I know the Yankees are going to lose because this is totally a game that we lose. There's going to be like 10 people in the stands. No, the people who are coming in for game 2
yes.
are going to be watching this game.
Yes.
Makes no sense. Absolutely no sense to be playing this game.
Yeah. Well,
and I am literally only saying this because the Yankees are going to lose, but this is the only reason I'm saying this. I'm not saying this because it logically doesn't make sense to finish this game, but I'm only saying this because I think the Yankees are going to lose because of this.
All right, you heard it first. Karen Williams called it. The Angels are going to have at least a 5-run inning to tie it up, and then they may win in extras. You've seen the future already.
I hate this. Like, I thoroughly hate this.
Whatever you're feeling, yeah.
No, I have a good site for you to go to that's not delayed, like, at all. Hold up. Let me.
Okay.
Let me go over here and look this up.
Okay, go for it. The laptop is yours, my friend. All right. Woohoo. All right, and as we go, there's the game. And we'll see if this works. Let's go through the pop-ups. See where this takes you. Yeah, just hit it. Hit it, close it. Hopefully nothing weird happens. It's a Mac. Nothing's going to happen. Oh, hit the close button up top left.
Yeah, I know I'm supposed to hit the close button, but I can't navigate this thing.
Sorry, touchpads.
Is it a touchscreen?
No. Top left here.
Oh, that's what I was supposed to do. Okay.
Stop. All right, let's... Okay. I think it's loading.
Jeez.
I think it's loading.
Actually a great site, though.
Thank you. All right, so we got 2 things. All right, we're waiting for it.
Oh my God.
Hopefully.
Oh, Jesus.
Hopefully, the game resumes.
Oh my God.
If not,
the game's resuming for some godforsaken reason. I'm
hey, they want to make it official. I mean, they could make it official.
Dude, we were 8 innings done. Oh my God.
But they gotta take these next 2.
shots less than 5 runs. It shouldn't be that hard. It shouldn't.
I mean, statistically, and
Which is why it is going to be that hard. No,
is there where's that site that like lists like the win probability where you see that graph going up and down?
Baseball Savant.
That's
I'm going on there
Okay.
right now.
All right, I want to see what the Yankees win probability is right now. At this moment.
Baseball Savant. I'm just look at the games. Yankees win probability.
99.5% chance of winning, says Baseball Savant. So you were in the 0.5%.
Yes,
that
I
say
am. I am in
that
the
they have a chance to lose.
5%.
Okay. Okay, fair enough.
My God. So has the game resumed yet? I really don't want this game to resume. I cannot deal with this.
I'm with you, man. They should call it, but it's 5:31. I mean, they have to get rid of that puddle on the field, though. Just does anybody have any paper towels from their leftover cheese fries out there? Like, sop it up. Just sop it up in there. I didn't think it was raining that hard. It's nice and dry down here, so. But weather. I'm waiting for this one to load up too. Thank you for this alternate site.
It's almost like up to the minute, like a few seconds behind.
Really? Okay.
It's like a few seconds behind.
All right. I'll take a delay. So. Yeah. You know the moment like all right, that it's gonna start up again. Come on. But yeah, Baseball Savant, 99.5% chance of a victory.
Which is why they're gonna lose. Yeah, I am thoroughly.
You might not. Yeah.
Yeah, my heart's pounding right now. My heart is.
You're that anxious?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I have. Dude, the Jared Walsh game.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. And that was what? That was about a year ago, right? All right, we'll give it a couple more minutes to see if they come back. Come on.
Get it over with.
Yeah, I just want to watch his last 3 outs. I'm going to go with the majority and say the Yankees get 3 quick outs. I think, honestly, I think they're itching to get to the next game too. So they're gonna, I'm gonna predict they're gonna phone this next half inning and just so they could get to the next game. Clean slate, another 9 innings, and yeah. Also, I'm glad they're not doing this 7-inning crap this year. Thank goodness. All right, one more minute. Hopefully they come back.
So dumb. So dumb.
Any updates on Chapman? Are you? I guess you're glad that he's gone right now.
Yeah. I am so glad that he's not on the team right now.
Yeah, it's not like the Yankees don't have any options or anything. So, totally good.
Dude. Worst comes to worst, Clay Holmes comes into the game.
Throw him in there.
Well, no, don't throw Clay Holmes into this situation. Throw Clay Holmes into a situation when it becomes a.
Oh yeah, okay. Later, don't waste it.
When it becomes unbearable, and when the guys when Wandy Peralta walks a couple of guys.
Right.
Meanwhile, like the bottom of the Angels lineup is due up. So if guys get on base, Taylor Ward, Shohei Ohtani, Mike Trout.
Right.
So yeah, I have reason to be a little queasy.
Okay, I mean, next 3 guys could get on. Ohtani could clean it up. Boom, that's 4 runs, and then Trout comes, hits another one out. That's 5. Yeah, theoretically, it could happen, and we're still not back yet. So,
oh my God.
Anyways, well, good luck in both games.
Oh my god, dude.
We are waiting patiently. I bet it's that big puddle that's holding everything up. However, not all right. So I'm looking at the standings. Jays are 5. Jays and Rays are 5 back.
Yeah,
Boston's 11 back. Baltimore 13.5. I think.
dude. Toronto and Tampa. Dude, this division is hectic.
Yeah, it's stacked. I mean, as opposed to the AL Central, where the Twins are the only team over 500, and
The NL East.
is a mess.
The NL East, except for the Mets.
Yeah, for the Mets.
And I get Braves won the World Series last year, but the Mets are kind of running away with it.
Yeah, for sure. So,
It takes something awful. Okay, so the game is back, but the stream
oh, is it back?
isn't going.
Oh, yeah, stats in progress. Okay. We will be back. All right. The Game Center has updated.
Man. And
yeah, all right, first pitch ball.
Okay, go back to the stream.
Okay.
Or actually just go to the other site I suggested.
All right, let's see. Let's see if this loads up.
Dude, come on.
Load.
Come on, dude. Does it not work on Macs? Like a lot of other great software.
It's very possible.
Like a lot of other great software, it just doesn't work on Mac. Don't let that be the case. Dude, the stream isn't even back.
So weird. All right, I'm just gonna reload this just to make sure. Oh, there we go. Oh wait.
This is the Jays game.
I don't know. Give me the. Give me
Jays game is in an interesting spot right now.
Yankees.
Oh my god, dude, you're looking at the different thing. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude, that dumb. We're gonna have to watch.
All right, Juan Lagares strikes out.
Okay, we're watching this on game day.
We're watching.
We're gonna watch this on game day because this is just bad.
Nothing's loading today.
Nothing's loading. Like everything.
Nothing's.
Everything sucks, and now your HDMI cord.
There we go.
Cooked.
It just came out a little bit.
Now
it's switching back. There we go.
Everything's cooked. Never mind. It's not cooked. And no, oh my god,
we're literally like hovering over.
It's such a disaster. I have watched games on like.
Oh, on game. Oh, on our phone.
On my phones, like while I'm out.
Right.
Or like at school or something.
Wonder. See if this loads up on the phone too. Just so we have something to watch.
MLB.TV doesn't. Nothing loads up on the. Rarely does it load up.
Come on.
Count 3-1 on Andrew Velasquez.
Come on.
We're seriously walking Andrew Velasquez right now. Are we serious? Oh, ground out. 2 away. Taylor Ward now at bat for the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. For the Anaheim Angels is Taylor Ward.
All right, two down.
Need 2 down. Oh my god.
All right, none of these streams. Yeah, we're literally watching on game day.
MLB.com. This is such a pathetic way to watch
It
a
is.
game.
It is.
Oh my
I'm
god.
not gonna lie.
Okay, the count 1-1 to him. It updated. This is so stupid. 2-1.
2-1. Come
Dude,
on.
Just don't screw around, dude. Throw strikes.
Yeah. Come on.
Just don't screw around.
One,
Dude,
two,
just
three
throw
inning.
fastballs. Just throw fastballs to him, dude. Just don't screw around. You don't have to screw around.
Right.
You're pitching around him. Are you kidding me?
3-1.
3-1. Dude, change-ups, dude.
3-1.
Trevino, stop calling change-ups.
Next one coming down the middle.
Imagine he just hits this imagine he just hits that, like, next pitch, like he's going to hit it to Queens or something.
Right.
It's going to land in the studio.
Yeah, no, our streams are loading. Right, what the hell?
He's going to hit it into orbit, and then it's going to fall out of orbit and then land. It's going to come through the ceiling. It's going to come through the ceiling, and it's going to land on the floor.
Who is 1 for 4 today, hitting 344.
And
he's walked him.
Are
Okay.
you kidding me? Dude!
All right, why
Can
not?
you not?
And
Wandy, this is literally... and now he has to pitch to Shohei Ohtani.
Yes.
Dude, this is what you get for walking people. This is what you get for walking people, dude. Okay, count 0-1. Wow, he swung at that?
Yep. It almost it looks like it almost hit him. But.
Jesus. I could get that changeup breaks in that situation.
Right.
Yikes. Now watch now watch, like as I said that, he probably went deep. And then when game day registers that he went deep, I'm gonna feel real silly. Because Shohei Ohtani senses things, I guess. I don't know. As otherworldly.
Like the Force?
Yeah, Shohei Ohtani has the Force, I guess. I don't know.
All right, ball 2.
I wouldn't be shocked.
Ball 1.
Streamies doesn't want to load.
Oh, I guess not. I'll leave that up. Come on. Just want to watch the end of this game.
Okay, 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
1 and 2. Come on.
So it appears that low and inside is the place to throw. It swung at both of those.
Taylor Ward advances second on defensive indifference. I never knew that defensive indifference was a
thing until
thing like until now. Like, what the hell is a defensive indifference? Just he like steals.
Oh yeah, you just don't even make a not
like
even
just
play.
Don't care.
Yep.
It's like it's a 5-run game. Screw it.
Just like it.
One more strike. That's the key, Wandy. Strike. Throw a strike.
Man on second, 2 outs. Top of the ninth.
Oh my God! Not a single pitch in the strike zone in this goddamn plate appearance, dude. What the hell?
And all right.
Can you not?
No luck with the.
Can you just not, Wandy? Can you not? This game is going to become a heart attack. This game already is in the not very fun region right now.
Sorry.
Oh my God, dude, this isn't fun. I knew that when the game was in a delay, like I knew they were going to resume it and it would screw everything up. Wandy has no command of any of his stuff. He's thrown 5 straight pitches out of the strike zone.
Yeah.
There we go.
And he struck him out.
There we go.
Ball game over.
Yankees win. Yankees win.
91 mile per hour changeup. The game is over, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations. All right. Well,
unless that was an error by game day, which that would suck.
I think that's it. Game over, and we go into game. And we go into game 2. So, all right. You dodged a bullet. Congratulations. Thanks for watching along with us, everybody.
Hey, watching on game day.
Sort of. What are you going to do when you got to rely on pirate streams? And yeah, it sucks. But anyways. Yay. All right. Congratulations. Get another victory. All right.
Nice one. 20 over 500. Very nice.
Yeah.
Got another game, which the Yankees will probably lose. But anyways, from Ming Chen and the Shared Universe Podcast Studio, I am Cameron Moley. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Check out my other stuff. And as always, stay classy, New Jersey.